Hi there, Michelle here, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be going over spring crochet project ideas. I have done a summer one, a fall one, a winter Christmas one, but I have yet to do a spring one, so that is what we're doing today. Now with spring coming up, I want to make cute things. I just want cute things in my life, and what's cuter than the season of spring? Because you get baby ducks and you get cute flowers coming up and the sun is out and it's warming up. But anyways, I thought this would be the perfect time to make one of these videos. If you're new to my channel and you like crocheting and yarn and knitting and thrifting and the 80s and all that jazz, why not hit the subscribe button? But before we get into the spring crochet projects, let's talk about this video sponsor, Creative Crochet Corner. Creative Crochet Corner is your online resource for all things crochet, always creating new lessons to keep you coming back for more and help you stay inspired. You can even connect with fellow crocheters to ask questions, share ideas, and stay inspired. As a member, you'll have access to Creative Crochet Corner's live events where their expert instructors share tips, answer questions, and engage with the crochet community in real time. Their instructional videos are taught by talented and friendly crochet experts. The instructors walk you through each technique with step-by-step demonstrations, providing expert tips and tricks. I clicked on resources, and in here we have articles, free crochet patterns, free crochet magazines, learn to crochet series, and project gallery. Oh, look at that, a crochet journal. All right, let's look at this free download. You can make a cute little journal. I didn't even think about that. That's actually really cute. Maybe this is something that I gotta do. Okay, I'm gonna just download that. So I just downloaded this pattern to my computer and now I can work on it whenever I want to. First 1,000 people watching this video to use the link in my description will get their first full year of premium membership to Creative Crochet Corner for only $1.49. Offer valid for new members only. In this video, I'm going to be breaking them up into categories. So we have home decor, accessories, clothes, granny squares, because I love a good granny square, and there's some good granny square projects on this. And I thought that they should have their own category. And then I have like fun stitches and crochet techniques that I think will be really great for spring. And then I have amigurumis. We're gonna go over home decor first. I really like the idea of crocheting flowers like these ones here because they look like real flowers, but obviously they're not. They'll never die. Another one, which obviously, did you think I was not going to mention garland in this one? I think making flower and fruit garland would be amazing. We'll see if maybe this is the year that I make garland because I always talk about it and I always love it, but I never get around to doing it. So maybe this is the year. I also love the idea of fruit garland because that can be spring, but then also that can transition into summer. And I like having like dual purposes for things. Okay, another one is flower curtains. Think about crocheting like a flower curtain, either like to cover a doorway or to like act as curtains. Coasters, there's some really cute coasters. You got some flower ones, some fruit ones. There's even like Easter ones. I really like pastels and stuff like that, especially for like this time of year. I think it's just because I grew up with Easter, so it's just spring means rabbits and eggs, but also like baby ducks. Next up is plant pot covers, okay? There's so many different techniques that you can do, and I think that they would be adorable to put on your plants, especially now that like the sun is coming up. I feel like a lot of people want to get back into plants. I have one plant that I got like 4 years ago, and it's still doing okay. I sometimes forget to water it, and then I water it, so it doesn't really grow a lot, but maybe I should make one for that, because right now it's just in like a metal one, so that would be maybe something that I should do. You know what I should do? I should star these. I should put a little star next to the ones that maybe I should do and then do a video about doing them. And next up, I have wall hangings. Think about like, you know, like tapestry projects. I love a good tapestry project, and I've only made a handful of actual wall hanging tapestries. The reason why I'm gesturing this way is because I have my clock. I've made this one. I made one for DIY in Progress Danny for her workshop, and I made one for the Blue Goose. I make a lot of tapestries, but I usually make them into tote bags because I like using them every day. I'd rather use it every day than like have it on a wall, but maybe I should make some more for like the spring, like especially just like a little simple, like little flower. You know, you make a few little flowers and hang them up. I think that's adorable. Another one that I actually do want to make a tutorial for, and I was gonna do it back in January, and then it just got really cold and I'd have to do it in here because that's where I have everything set up, but it is butterfly magnets. Now, I actually made a few for my friend Lily for Christmas because she loves the retro vintage stuff that I do, and I gave them to her and she has them on her fridge, and I think they are so adorable and they are so easy to do. So I definitely want to do a video, like maybe a little tutorial video on making them sooner than later. I'm just waiting for the weather to warm up in here. The problem is that yes, I know I have heating in here, but it is very loud. And even though I got a new mic to help with that, it didn't really help with that. So I kind of have to wait for it to get a little bit more warmer in here before I spend more time in here, which hopefully will be soon. Flower baskets, you could either put it on your vanity, or you can put it at your front door for your keys, or you could put it on your table in your living room for your remotes. I just really love the idea of crochet baskets. A wreath decor for your front door. This one especially with all of the flowers on it, because just like the first thing I said with making little flowers, you could also make the flowers and put them on a wreath, and I think that would just look so nice. Next up is a tissue box. Now, I have made a few tissue boxes on this channel, and especially right now with spring and the allergies and all that coming up, like I need Kleenex all the time for my nose. So I love the idea of having a cute tissue box. If you're gonna have it, you might as well have one that you like looking at. Next category is accessories. So first up, I have little pouches. Like for the little pouches, you could put your headphones in, like if you have like the little AirPods, or like, you know, the ones that are like this big. If you make it a little bit bigger, you can put your phone in it. Sunglasses, you can even use it as like a change purse with like the little drawstring. Next up is, of course, bandanas. You know, I think I mentioned this maybe in all of them, but you know, a nice filet crochet bandana or a nice little granny square bandana. You know, I think that will really like spring up anybody's like outfit. Flower bags. Sometimes it's like I write them down. I'm like, what did I mean by that? Like these flower bags here. I don't know how you would make this though, because I know there's like something like called like a daisy chain, and I've always wanted to try that. So maybe that's what this is made out of. I particularly love the orange and green bag. I think I would bake that if I can learn how to do the daisy chain. So maybe where to put my pen? A little star and put daisy chain. Because sometimes I just want to make simple crochet projects and I don't want to like do anything really big, especially because I have started to knit. Now I know I could add some knitting things in here. Unfortunately, it's like I don't know too much about knitting to put things in here that might be way too complicated. So I just stuck to crochet for this one. A fanny pack or a crossbody bag, whatever you want to call it now. I think nowadays it's called a crossbody bag, but back in the 90s it was called a fanny pack. I did make one for the summertime and I really loved it. I just didn't put a lining in for such a long time, and then once I did, it was like too cold to like start using it again. So hopefully I'll get some use out of this like this summer, but I wouldn't mind making a pastel fanny pack. And then kind of going off of bandanas, you also have headbands, like just like the, I don't know why I'm showing you what it looks like when I clearly will put a photo here in editing. One of these headbands. And with this bandana, I probably would use a lighter weight cotton. I've never actually made one of these headbands. Maybe I should put a star next to it. I'm just putting stars next to things and I'm like, yeah, you should do that. Bag charms and holders. And now what I mean about that, like, you know, like the Labubus and like all those other things that are like people are putting charms and things on their bags. I really like that idea. Why not make like a cute little granny square one? But you can make it and you can put things in. Like you can make one that you can put like your lip gloss in, your headphones in, maybe some spare change in, or you can just like make it look like a granny square. Like, you know, like the little tags that you would put on your luggage, but just make it a granny square. And then of course, again, you gotta make something for your car, because if you're like me and you drive it every day, you know, you want it to be inspiring. You know, cozies and cup coasters, like springtime colors. What I saw was these cute little flowers, again, with like the crocheting flowers for your rear view mirror. And the last one is keychains. I don't think I've ever crocheted a keychain, which maybe I should do that. You know, especially with the spring theme, you can do bugs, you can do flowers, you can do frogs, you can do anything Easter, you could do ducks. Maybe I should make a little duck one. That would be kind of cute. Or like fruits and vegetables. I really like the idea of like having like some type of like fruit or vegetable on a keychain. An e-reader sleeve. I recently got a Kobo. It was either that or a Kindle, but for Kobo, I get to use Libby because I'm in Canada, but I think the Kindle, you can't use Libby for, I don't know, it's something like that. Like if you're in Canada, I think you can use Libby if you're in the States, because Kindle is like a States product, but Kobo is a Canadian product. So I ended up buying that. I think it was a little bit more money, but I love it because there's like the tactile buttons on the side. So like I can press them. I don't want to like tap a screen and I don't want to swipe on a screen. I want to just click the button because I do like reading. My problem is that I have so many books, and it's not just like novels, it's crafting books. I got so many crafting books. So I ended up getting a Kobo so that way I can get as many books as I like, and it's just one little thing. So I would love to make a granny square sleeve for my Kobo. Maybe I should just do a video about making Kobo accessories. That might be good. And another one is a cute granny square purse. I have not made a granny square purse. I have made a granny square fanny pack and I've made granny square tote bags, but I have never made a granny square purse, mainly because I need bigger bags. I have a lot of stuff that I put in there. I can't just be like carrying around like a lip gloss and keys and a wallet. Now I need like my phone, my hairbrush, hand cream. I do need a chapstick, my car keys, and then all my keys on my car keys. Then I need like a mirror in there. I need a comb. I need Band-Aids because you never know. I need a lot of stuff in my purse, and so just making a small one just wouldn't work for me. But I would like the idea of having like a small purse pouch, like makeup and stuff, or like crochet accessories that I would like keep at home. Or even like keep in my car so I don't have to put all that stuff in my purse if I go shopping. If I need something, I know it's in the car. The next category is clothes. We'll start off with the flower vest that I am currently wearing. This one is by Realm Designs, and I made this last year. I actually had to remake it twice, if y'all remember those videos. The first time I did this, and I didn't like it. I think it was smaller, and it came down to here more, and I wanted more coverage here. And so this one is just like this little like tulip pattern. It is so adorable. It's so adorable that I ended up buying her cardigan version of the pattern that I really, really, really want to do, but I cannot do because I'm working on my knitted roomy raglan. Hence why I got to put this video out, because I'm still working on that raglan. I was kind of hoping it'd be done by now. I'm hoping for it to be done next week. Ooh, it's, yeah, I'm falling a little bit behind on that, but it's knitting and it is slower, and I understand that. Next up is just like a simple granny square vest. I don't think I've made myself a granny square vest. I've made one where you have like the buttons, but just like a simple one I haven't done yet. And I think it's because back when I was like trying to make these vests, I was using acrylic yarn, which is a little bit more bulky, a little bit more stiff, doesn't really have that flow in it. But I think if I were to use like a lightweight cotton yarn, it would be totally different. And I think it would like just fit a lot nicer. Still on vests, I probably should have just made a vest category at this point. It's just simple tie-up vests. So many different types of crochet stitches that you can do that might look really intricate, but they are super simple. Just doing like a little vest, especially like a tie-up one. I like the tie-up ones because sometimes if they're just flat, they just don't sit right on me, but like the little ties kind of give it a little bit more space. It's a little bit more airy. I don't know, that's just kind of how I feel, but I really like tie-up vests. I made quite a few last year, and I'm probably going to make more this year, to be honest. Another tie-up vest is instead of having it tied at the front, you have it tied at the sides. I have not done this, but I think I would really like it because it wouldn't be so constricting. And I don't like a vest that's like too much. I like a flowier vest, like these ones I like. I really like this because I feel like with the side tie-up vest, it could be made with a thicker yarn, but because there's gonna be no fabric on your sides, it's not gonna feel so constricting and bulky. So that's something that maybe I should try. Cardigans, okay. So like I mentioned, this as the vest, I did buy the pattern for this cardigan, which I am so excited to make, and I even bought the yarn. If you've been watching my Monday vlog, so if you haven't realized, I do put out Monday vlogs now, kind of going over what I did the week before, what I'm currently doing that week, and what are some projects that I want to work on in the future, or if I've bought anything crochet knitting related, kind of want to talk about that, or if there's like events going on, I want to talk about that. But I have brought up that yarn in one of the videos. But anyways, there's a lot of really cute cardigans because again, it is spring, so it's gonna be cold until like May or something like that, but you don't have to wear jackets anymore. And here's the thing, I actually really liked winter this year because I got to wear all my fun jackets, and I'm kind of sad that I don't get to wear the fun jackets anymore because winter is over in like a few days. It is the 17th right now, but when this video comes out, it will be spring, and I'm gonna kind of miss my winter jackets because I have some really cute ones. However, I get to wear all the cardigans and sweaters that I have been making over the last few months because again, I know I mentioned this, I don't like wearing too many layers. Like I can't wear like a chunky sweater underneath a jacket. It's just too much for me. It's either the chunky sweater or the jacket, and because it's the winter and it's cold out, it's going to be the jacket. But now that spring is coming, I can just wear the cardigan or the sweater by itself with like a t-shirt underneath it, and I'm going to be so much more comfortable. And I have been waiting because there's been some really cute cardigans and sweaters that I have made over the few months that I am ready to start wearing. Next up is some short sleeve tops. I have made a few, and a few of them I liked, and a few of them, you know, not so much. There is this one top that I made a few years ago that I never wore, but I keep thinking about it. So it's this one here. So maybe I will wear that one this year. It was just the granny stitch, and I don't remember what yarn I used for it. It was probably Baroque Vintage, I think, which might have not been the best yarn choice, but I just really like the colors. That's my problem with yarn sometimes, is either you buy the right yarn for the project, or you buy the color you really want. And it's like, at what point am I going to be like, well, am I going to wear it if it's the wrong color, or am I going to wear it if it's not the right material? I just wish they made all the colors and all the yarn so I wouldn't have to worry about that. The next category is amigurumi. I still can't believe I can say that properly now. I remember when the first time I had to like learn that word, I'm like, I cannot pronounce it. Now that I'm thinking about it, I can't pronounce it. This one here is a lot more kind of like Eastery. It's also like baby things. And when I mean baby things, I mean like baby ducks. Cute little baby ducks. So first up is little baby ducks. There's a pattern that I wanted to buy, and I don't know if I bought it and never did anything with it or that I want to buy, but like these cute little mallard ducks. Adorable. And then there's like these little baby ducks. You know how I feel about ducks. Another one is little chickens. I remember a few years ago, my friend at Crochet Club was making little chickens, and I think they're adorable. And then you could also make them magnets, put a little magnet in there and put it on your fridge. All these could be magnets, just saying. Another one is the Peeps rabbits. I like these. I know it's like certain candies, it's like either or, but I really like the Peeps, but like only like a certain amount. If you had too many, it'd be too much. These little rabbits would be adorable, but you can make them small, but also you could make them giant. Cute flowers. You could make these small, you could make them into a pillow. I think making like a flowered pillow would be really nice for spring. There's frogs, which I'm not the biggest fan of frogs, but you can make a cute little frog. I know my sister loves frogs. This goose, I know right now a porch goose is really popular. I don't have one, I know. And you could crochet yourself one, maybe not put it out on the porch so it doesn't get wet and soggy, but you could have an indoor porch goose. And then the last one on here is just little bees. Again, spring is here, the bugs are coming back with like the pollen and the flower. You can make a little bee and a flower. You can make like a flower and then a bunch of little bees around it, and then maybe put like Velcro on them and they can just like get stuck to the flower, stuff like that. And a new category that I've never really added to any of my other videos is just fun stitches and crochet techniques that I think are very spring and I think a lot of people would like. First up is filet crochet. Last year I started filet crochet and I really love the process. I think it looks really, really pretty. I actually have these curtains over here. I don't know if you can see them. These ones here, my friend Kathy, her mom made these way back in the day, and just looking at them and the little techniques, it's like, how long did it take her to make them? And she gave me one for this one. I have one over there, and then I have like this one like up here, which you can't really see right now. And I absolutely love them because it was like right after I had made one of the filet crochet projects. Someone's like, you need to make curtains. And I'm like, I don't have to. Somebody already made them. And now I get to see them every day. Also, they're my colors. They are an off-white and a dark chocolate brown. Perfect colors for me. But I love filet crochet because you can literally do everything. You can make clothing, you can make accessories, you can make curtains and home decor and tablecloths. And there's so many good patterns because all it is just chaining and double crochets. For filet crochet, it is probably better to use a finer weight yarn, but I've used like DK weight yarn and it turned out fine. It all depends on like what image you want. The more complex image, probably the smaller yarn you're gonna want. But if it's just like a simple one, then you can go with a thicker yarn. But filet crochet is so much easier than you think it is, and it creates just such pretty pieces. I think just the gingham print, again, very easy to do. It just looks so nice with all the different colors that you can do. All you need is 3 colors if you want to do like the basic one. So say you do pink, you're gonna need a light pink, a dark pink, and a white. That is it. And you just got to keep swapping colors. And it's so easy to do. I've made 2 things with it. I made a vest and I made a Valentine's Day cardigan. And the last kind of crochet technique that I want to talk about is the tulip stitch. So this is the tulip stitch here. I'll put a bigger photo here. This one here is very easy to do. I love it. Hence why I bought the cardigan version of this so I could make another one. There's so many things you could do. You can make them into bags, accessories, little, like I said, little trays and dishes and bowls, obviously cardigans. You could make a blanket. There's so many things that you can make with this stitch, and I think it's just the perfect spring crochet stitch. Those are all of the spring crochet projects for this video. I tried to pick some that I know that I'm gonna wanna do, so that's why I put stars next to things to hopefully be like, hey, Michelle, you mentioned it, you should do it now. I love all of these ideas, even the amigurumi ones that, like, you know, I'm not really into that. That's not my thing. I would like to make those ducks because I think they're super cute. In the comments below, let me know if y'all are working on any spring projects now that it is spring out, even though it's, you know, a little cold, but that's fine. Winter is over. Let me know what spring crochet projects that you are working on or want to work on this year. If you are new to my channel and you like these types of videos, why not hit the subscribe button? I think that does it for this video, so y'all have a good day now.